Hi everyone, welcome to the visual guide for Bardam's Mettle. This is a level 65 dungeon made available by Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood. In this instance, we'll test our mettle, prove our worth, tame a beast, and generally get good. My name is Miztech, and I'll be your dungeon guide. The trash in the first section of the instance should prove no difficulty for such strong warriors as you. Just make sure you avoid the big AoEs. The first boss is the Sleeping Galura. You'll notice a variety of animals in a circle around the arena. These will come into play soon, so just keep an eye on them. Heave is a frontal cone, and Crumbling Crust will create small AoE circles around the platform. Avoid both as necessary. Rush will target a random player with this marker, and will deal damage based on the distance between them. The affected player should run away as far from the boss as possible to reduce incoming damage. WARCRY will deal group-wide AoE damage that should be healed through, and will also activate animals nearby. Depending on what animals have been activated, the group will have to handle specific AoEs. The rams will throw out column AoEs. The sheep will run to an area and cause small circular AoEs to spawn. Curls will throw out really massive frontal cones. Avoid each AoE as necessary. These mechanics will repeat until the boss is down. The second boss encounter is an amazing twist. Players will not be able to perform any actions and instead will need to focus on dodging and handling mechanics appropriately. If you fail at 2 mechanics, you're bound in place until the next round. I'm assuming if all players fail all mechanics, you're probably gonna have to start again. The dance begins with a golem spawning in the middle that will pull all players in and then cast empty gaze while throwing out various AoE. Dodge each AoE pattern while facing away from the golem as necessary. In round 2, pillars will pop up that players will need to stand in. Players affected by the donut AoEs can stack together to maximize the safe zones for everyone else. These orange markers will drop a number of AoE circles on each player. Continue moving around and dodging until they stop falling on you. A few more AoE to dodge and then round 2 will end. In round 3, you'll see more golems and more AoE. When the large comet is close to hitting the arena, make sure you hide behind the last remaining meteor to avoid damage and complete the trial. In this section of trash, you'll Indiana Jones your way through the hallway, destroying mobs on the way. The last boss is Yol. FEATHERCUT will cleave anyone in front with moderate to high damage. Tanks be sure to face them away at all times. Unbound is a group-wide AoE blast that the healers will need to handle. It also spawns a number of orbs around the outer perimeter. Flutterfall will mark up players with these orange markers. You'll need to spread apart to avoid splashing damage while also dodging the long column AoE attacks from the perimeter orbs. Eye of the Fierce is a gaze attack that will confuse anyone it hits. Be sure to turn away from this as necessary. Eventually, Yol will fly away and eagle ads will join the fight. Burn this down as you dodge the AoE columns. During this time, Yol will randomly reappear at the edge of the platform and rush across. To avoid him, be sure to stay out of his way when he appears on the edge. After killing the 2 ads, Yol will reappear and the fight will continue. Continue dodging AoEs while spreading for Flutterfall and avoiding his gaze. Eventually, Yol will fly to the middle and begin throwing out a pattern of revolving AoE circles around the outer perimeter of the room. His 2 wings will be targetable and players can focus down one at a time. Players marked with this green marker will be thrown to the outer perimeter and should try to position themselves in such a way to avoid the active AoE circles on the outside to reduce damage. Players with the orange markers during this time will have to do their best to avoid others in the center. They'll also drop down the orbs that throw out column AoE attacks. This might seem like a lot of AoE to avoid, but if you break it down, it's pretty easy to handle. This phase will end once both wings are destroyed. At this point, all previous mechanics will repeat again until the boss is down. Congrats on your new mount. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. Up next, we'll take a look at Doma Castle. As always, thanks for watching. Till next time.